book lovers? It is G-Swizz here, and I'm here today to share my July TBR with you. July 2021, we are officially on the halfway mark of the year, which is exciting. I have a pretty ambitious TBR. I mean, what else is there to be expected of me? But I have to say that my TBR is more series orientated this month, considering that I just feel like binge reading series and getting into the binge read of series. I didn't do my series wrap up last year, and I just remembered that I didn't. But this year, I want my series wrap up to have a lot of series on it. And also, I just love kind of completing things. I don't know, I just get really excited when I complete things. Not just books, but series. It's just a big incentive for me. I don't know. There are gonna be a few of those, and then there are gonna be a few like single books on here. I guess without further ado, I'm gonna get started with my TBR. The first book I want to bring up is a reread, and that, my friends, is Serpent and Dove by Shelby Mahurin. Does Gods and Monsters come out in July? Because if Gods and Monsters also comes out in July, that means that I also have to read Blood and Honey. I don't remember whether it comes out at the end of July or the end of August. I keep on forgetting when it comes to this series. What I do know is that I need to get onto this series ASAP, because I just remember enjoying Serpent and Dove, but also being kind of triggered by it. I've already discussed this on my channel previously. It has some triggering religious themes in it, but also it has a really good fantasy plot. And that's what I kind of enjoyed about it. And also, I kind of want to see the character development of Reed. I'm not gonna lie. I think these two will be read this month so that I can read Gods and Monsters eventually. I don't remember whether it comes out this month or next month. Guys, I'm horrible with this. I'm gonna be talking about the series that I'm currently reading. And on July 1st of this month, I finished The Iron King by Julie Kagawa, which means I plan to continue on with this series. I'm actually currently reading The Iron Daughter. This is really exciting because I've wanted to read this series for such a long time, and it wasn't until they got repackaged that I decided that I wanted to purchase books, like finally, because unpopular opinion for some people, I didn't like the original covers. The original covers do bring a lot of nostalgia to a lot of people, and I understand that because this is a very well-beloved series, and after reading the first book, I totally understand why it was well-beloved. It's actually very good, oh my goodness. And what I also like about it is that it's kind of timeless. I feel like, in particular, the first book, The Iron King, felt very timeless, and it didn't necessarily have like references of back in the day when it first came out, and that's what I love about it. I think that a good young adult book series, especially if they're an urban fantasy series, it would go a long way for it to be timeless and then eventually get repackaged and rebranded, because clearly people are still absolutely loving it at the moment. Really excited to continue on with this series, and I'm hoping to binge read this series this month. But yes, this is my current binge read. And then here's a book that I wanted to get to last month, but I didn't realize how long it was gonna be. It's almost a 500-page book. It's mostly because I'm so into trying to finish off series. It's not that I don't like finishing or reading big books. It's just sometimes if they're a part of a series, I'm more inclined to get to them first. I'm not saying that this is a standalone, but it's a first book in a series. So that's the reason why that I've been kind of intimidated by it and have been putting it off. But I want to get to Blood Like Magic by Lizelle Sambury. I've been anticipating this book since I first heard about it, and I really just need it in my life. Especially the premise just sounds absolutely intriguing, and I don't know whether this is gonna go. I think it has a hate to love romance, because clearly this book has to do with someone having to sacrifice their first love in order to keep their family's magic after a kind of failed trial. There's a bit of a hate to love situation here from what I got from the synopsis, and you know, I'm all for that. Really excited to get to this one eventually. Another series that I do want to complete that I actually pre-ordered the final book for, even though I just don't even know if like it's gonna be one of my favorite series ever, but I just want to give it a binge read, you know? Like, I don't know what to expect for the sequel or the finale, I mean, and I don't think anyone else does. Going all in with this one. Now, my friends, is the Crown of Feathers series by Nikki Powell-Preto. This book series consists of Crown of Feathers and Heart of Flames. And what I do know about the series is that it has to do with sisters who I think are Phoenix Riders? series? Not too sure, but what I do know is that there are some phoenixes on here. That's what I'm really excited about, but also I've been hearing people talk about it, people praising the series, and I really wanted to get into it. So I pre-ordered the final book, and I ordered these 2 books like at the beginning of the year. I'm really excited to get straight into the series at some point of the month, and I'm hoping that the Iron Face series does not leave me with a really bad book hangover. Maybe this can resolve it, who knows, we'll see. And then I have to bring up The Queen Will Betray You by Sarah Henning. You guys already know. This is the sequel and the finale to The Princess Will Save You. I'm really hoping that the sequel lives up to my expectations, because I'm not trying to have high expectations here, but the first book was so good that I just cannot help but have these pre-expectations for the series or for the finale. Like, the finale better be good, because the cliffhanger we were left off on and just the entire plot of the first book was absolutely perfect. It was a 5 out of 5 star read from me, and also it was one of my favorite books of last year, and then I reread it this year and it ended up being a better book than I remembered it being. That is just the best feeling. I just hope that in some way the sequel is better. I've also pre-ordered this one. It's on its way to me now. I don't have it yet, but oh boy, when I get it, I will be so excited to read it, and I would just power through it. And then as I'm talking right now, unless something else comes to mind, I want to see if I can continue on with the Jojo's Bizarre Adventure manga series. I'm currently holding up the last 3 because I got up to, I'd say, volume 7 of the deluxe editions, and I've only got 3 more left. So even if I get to volume 8 this month, that will still be enough for me. I just want to make sure that I finish the series by the end of the year, but it would be really cool if I finished it by the end of the month. I don't know, but what I do know is that volume 8 does not look as thick as volume 9 and 10. These ones are thick boys. Not hard to achieve, but yeah, I wouldn't be mad if I achieved it all this month or sometime. Okay, this thumbnail is gonna be really hard to make. No. Fail, 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 fail. This is the joy of being a booktuber. You make thumbnails and they always fail. Here we go. Oh. Okay, maybe I'll keep it to my head and just do this. Okay. No. So close. I guess that's gonna be it for this video today, book lovers. Let me know if any of these are also on your July TBR, or if you happen to enjoy any of these books and want to wish me luck when it comes to reading them. Because, like, I would love to enjoy all of them. If you happen to enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet already. Join the amazing community of book lovers, and also I have social medias. I'm at GSwizzleBooks on Twitter and Instagram, and I'm also at Goodreads. That's www.goodreads.com/gswizzle. I love you, book lovers, and I will see you later. Peace.
Started out with half and I flipped it into double. Started out with half and I flipped it into double.